Welcome to this new video. I thought, why not make a video about my camper van I built this summer together with the help of my girlfriend. Yeah, this is it, a Volkswagen T5 from 2000 and what year is it? From 2014, I think. I'm not sure. Let's start with the outside. This thing is just here because I wanted to try it out. This is for rigging up a camera to film through the windshield. We'll start at the top. I attached a roof rack for carrying, like, for example, a box where I put dirty or wet stuff inside, and for skis or skateboards. Up there as well is a solar panel, 200 watts, which provides the second battery with power. In the back we have this, which is awesome. I really love taking a bike with me, and I think it really makes a lot of difference having a bike with you compared to having no bike. Because or for me at least, I tend to want to explore more when I have the bike. So that's a really cool thing, and I'm super glad I bought it. Then in the front we have a 3-seater. Ignore the mess. We have this double seat, which I transformed into a rotating seat, and the rest in front here isn't that crazy. We'll go in the back. You can see my build. I have to say first, the van was already built out when I bought it, but I wasn't happy with it, and I just took everything out and built it from scratch. The only thing that was there before, except the color, is these wood panels at the ceiling and the walls. The rest I built by myself. Let's start down here. This is where I put my backpack and my camera bag, and I really like this feature. This came together by coincidence because there's been some holes in the back of the seat, and I just put some ring screws. I don't know what it's called. In German it would be, like, translated, it would be ring screws. I just put them through and attached some hooks to hook in my camera bag so it stays at this place when I drive. And if we move further in, then in the front here we have the second battery and the charger down there and the converter for 230 volts. It's a 12-volt system, and I just put in a 230 volt socket so I can charge my laptop with the full power, or any other device that needs 230 volts. Up here on the kitchen shelf we have a little box with just random stuff inside, and a window which you can open and close the shades. Here we have a sink with water coming from down here. Then there's the kitchen stuff, like plates and fork, knives and all that stuff. Water cooker that closes like this, and then you can open like this. And here we have two 20-liter tanks, one for clean water and one for the used water, and just some toilet paper and plastic bags and stuff like that. Then down here we have our fridge, or like cooling box. You can slide it out like this and it just opens. Very simple but very useful, and I'm happy how it turned out because it just fits under the bed. Wasn't that easy finding a cool box for this van because of the limited space. This one plugs into a 12-volt socket, and I ran this cable behind this wall up here, and then you can just turn it on right here with this panel. And here's some light switches as well, one for the kitchen, and there's some LED lights in the ceiling as well. Also, we have two USB-A sockets and another 12-volt socket right here. Further back we have this closet. In here we have, now it's just a mess, but in here we have our clothes, and there's the fuse box for the electricity. And then down here we have a small garbage bag. It's not a garbage can, it's more like just some plastic bags to put the garbage in. More clothes and my toiletries for quick access. Just stuff this in like that. And the last kitchen related stuff is down here in this box. This is where I keep all the food, also water bottles, so they don't fly around while driving. I just put this aluminum piece on the floor so this box doesn't slide out that easily. Yeah, just some more space for jacket or also anything that prevents the box from sliding to the side. And then the main reason why I have this van is so I can sleep anywhere I want. I wanted the bed to be as simple as possible and as quick as possible to set it up. You unlock it and then it just slides out like this, and there's a handle you can hold, and then it just slides out. This bed is 2 meters long and 117 centimeters wide. 117 because this was just the space left I had after putting in the kitchen and this closet, because the tanks down in the kitchen had to fit in. That left me with 117 centimeters to work with for the bed. Back here is where I keep the table. When the bed is folded up, it just sits leaning on the bed like this. And we have another closet with this shelf. This compartment down here is mostly used for a blanket, or in this case for my sleeping bag. And there's some window shades to cover up the windows and block the light which is coming in, or in some cases coming out, because if you want to camp somewhere undercover kind of, then you don't want to have too much light escaping your van, so nobody notices that you're in there sleeping or camping. And up here is some more storage space where I just keep small stuff, like for example this mini tripod or sunscreen, headlamp, just stuff like that. Just how I unfolded the bed, you can just fold it back again. You just grab this handle here, pull up and push against the bed with your legs, and then slide it back in until it locks in. And then you have your couch again. And the table, quickly demonstrate that. You just take it like this and then fold out the legs, and then I have this aluminum piece here to attach the table to. And then I have my table to work on with the laptop, That's the setup I mostly use when I'm somewhere and working from out of the van. And this is also the setup where you could turn around the front seats so you have more space to sit on the other side of the table. Then if we move in the back, oh, perfect. But as you can see, if the bed is folded up like this, you can't access this compartment right here through that door. So that's why I built this little door to have access to your stuff in here as well, even if the bed is folded up like this. I put some charging ports right here, USB-C and USB-A, another light, a light bar up here, and this button here opens the back lid. So when you're inside and want to open it from the inside, because it's an electric closing mechanism, you have to send an electrical signal. Yeah, therefore you need a button. And I had to put in a new cable through here and all the way back to the lock, which was a bit of a pain. Back here we have this little shower head. This pipe runs all the way to the sink in the front, and then you just simply screw the pipe onto the faucet, and like this you can have a shower in the back. Then down here is where I keep my electrical heater, just a simple 600 watt heater which runs on 230 volts. This one right here is a dehumidifier because of the moisture which is building up during the night from your breathing. And down here we also have sleeping mat for when I'm hiking up a mountain and sleeping in a tent. Both of my tents, some hiking poles. This right here is just some more space for some things like cooker stuff for training or doing some sports. This box right here is for shoes. This just closes like this. When it comes to electricity, I have some more ports behind there. There's 4 other USB-A ports and 3 USB-C ports. The second battery I installed is a 100 amp hour lithium-ion battery because I wanted something that I can use all the capacity of and not have to worry about discharging it to a state which is not good for the battery. And lithium batteries, you don't have to worry about that. And also the battery has Bluetooth, so you can check the state of the battery anytime via your smartphone. And it also tells you the temperature and if something is wrong with the battery. Quite expensive, but I think it's worth it. Also because this battery has a dedicated heater inside of it, which heats up the battery so it can be discharged and charged. The problem with low temperatures and batteries is often the charging, not even discharging. And this battery can be charged up even to minus 20 or minus 30 degrees Celsius. And that should be no problem for my use case. That's why I got this battery, which was very expensive. And also because I use this van as kind of a office on the road, and I very much rely on the power I get out of this battery and from this system. So we have a 200 watt solar panel on the roof, 100 amp hour battery, and also there's a charging booster inside of it which charges the battery while driving. So I basically never have to worry about running out of power. And for my use case, I almost never stay at camping sites. I always drive to the next spot day after day. And for me like that, it works perfectly with charging my laptop, charging my cameras and all the other stuff I use for my work. And if you haven't seen the video, I use this van for work, then you can watch it here. And otherwise, I'll see you next time.
Nothing is forever, but I never thought I'd ever have to sever the tether to the boat that kept me afloat.